Thanks so much for tuning in today for our chair yoga practice. In today's class, we will be working on balance, but we're not going to do a lot of standing things. Our balance is going to be more contained with core work. We are going to stand up and do a little bit of practice in that way. But today, primarily working on balance and boosting our positivity, right? Don't we feel more positive and, I don't know, feel the seeds of success a little bit more when we're grounded and centered? And that's what our practice is going to be centered around today, is our center. So just take a comfortable seat, scoot forward on your chair. Sit up tall, please. You can let the hands rest on your thighs or in your lap. And then allow your eyes to softly close if that's comfortable for you. If not, just simply turn your gaze down and soften. As the eyes close, take just a moment to tune in, to breathe, to notice. Noticing your starting point. Right, where are you starting your day today? And then please let your awareness rest on your breath. Just watching the breath right now. Stay tuned into the breath, please, for our opening. Just watching it move in and out. So one thing that I know for sure about life is that it is constantly changing, right? The constant in life is change. And the seas of change and stress can rough us up a little bit in life, right? But it's in those times that it's so important to remain anchored, to be stable. Our anchors help us maintain stability even in the roughest of seas, even in the most challenging of times. And whether we realize it or not, all living things crave stability. We're constantly seeking to establish a balanced relationship pretty much with everything in our lives, within ourselves, within our environment. But how do we achieve this stability in this unstable and unpredictable world? So today we'll work on boosting your stability and your power, your core strength. This practice is designed to develop and build your connection to center and to balance. We'll do a little bit of flow. We'll work shoulders. We'll work hips and spine. And all the while, I encourage you to stay tuned into your center, to your midline. Just drawing all of the energy in towards your center, where we feel more balanced, more stable. So maybe that's inspired an intention for you today. Maybe you'd like to set your own intention. But let that intention, as well as this awareness of your breath, be your anchor to center, to stability, to here and now. Beautiful. Allow your eyes to softly blink open. And we'll start with a little bit of movement right away. Let's scoot yourself forward on your chair again if you haven't already. And I'll offer something today as we move through some opening exercises, some opening postures. If you keep your feet about hips distance apart, right, heels right underneath your knees, this is the most stable. If you'd like to challenge your stability, try walking your feet all the way together. It makes our base of support a little bit smaller, forces us to use our core a little bit more to be upright. So again, remember, if this is too challenging, feel free to widen the feet out to whatever distance works best for you. But for a little extra challenge today, let's bring the feet together if that's available to you. Good, release your arms down by your sides. We'll take an inhale and sweep the arms out to the sides and up. And then as you exhale, just simply lower the arms. We'll do that twice more, just with the arms. Inhale, arms go up, reach, reach, reach. And exhale, lower the arms down. Good, once more. Inhale, arms reach up, reach, reach, reach. Keep the arms reaching up. Draw the shoulders down, and let's empty the wrists, roll the wrists, just waking up some of those small joints. And then exhale, we'll lower the arms all the way down. Now imagine you're riding a rail right down your center. Inhale, arms reach up high. As you exhale, hinge forward at the hips. So you can take hands down to the tops of the thighs and just walk all the way down into forward fold or forward bend. Let the head weight release if that's all right for you. And on inhale, hands on the shins or the knees and come up about halfway. Look forward, lengthen. And then exhale, fold back down. Stay tuned into your center, to your midline. Now we'll reverse that. Inhale, look forward, press into the feet, ride that rail all the way up, right up center, reach the arms up high, and bring your hands right down center. And let's do that twice more. Inhale, arms reach high. Exhale, forward bend. Support the hands where appropriate for you all the way up and then down. Good. Now half lift, hands on the shins or the knees. Exhale, forward bend. Now reverse the movement. Look forward. Bring yourself all the way up. Ride that rail. Ride your center. Up. And hands come all the way down to the heart. Good. One more time, just like that. Inhale, up. Arms go up, spine goes up. Exhale, forward bend. Notice if you have a tendency to lean one side or the other, and doing your best as you come to forward bend to ride your center. Let's inhale, half lift, look forward, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Reach up. And hands come all the way down to heart center. Good, and then release your arms down. Now you can walk your feet back apart to about hips distance, hands out on top of the knees. We'll do some seated cow and cats. So as you inhale, pull the heel of the hands back, lift the center of your chest and squeeze your shoulder blades together on your back. Good, as you exhale, tuck the tailbone and round the spine. Now you can look down to the floor or maybe to the belly. Let's inhale, lift the heart, lift the chest again, squeeze the shoulder blades together on the back. And exhale, navel draws back to the spine as we round like a cat. Let's take a few more on your own. You can even close your eyes if you like, but pay attention to any imbalances in your body as we just move forward and back with the spine, with the heart. And we're not judging anything we discover, right? If you discover that maybe you're pulling more on one side than the other, without judgment, see if you can start to balance that out. All right, remembering when we feel more balanced, we're more stable and more positive. Let's take one more breath here. Cow and cat. Good. Inhale up nice and tall. Release the arms back down. Let's walk those feet together again for a little deeper challenge. Remember, if that's not available to you, keep your feet a little bit wider for more stability. Let's inhale, sweep the arms out and up, reach up to the sky. As you exhale, twist and turn to your right. So your right hand can come to the chair somewhere for support, or excuse me, yeah, your right hand and your left hand is to the outer thigh. Inhale, lengthen the spine, and exhale, twist a little bit deeper. Shoulders are drawing down. Let's hold for one more breath. And then on inhale, untwist. We'll stretch the arms back up high, right up your center. Good. Exhale, twist to the left. And we'll hold this one, couple of breaths. Inhale, untwist. Come all the way back to center. Then inhale again, reach the fingertips up to the sky. And let's take a lateral bend this time. Take your right hand, catch your left wrist, and then turn your palm up to the sky. Take another inhale, lengthen the spine, and then on exhale, take a lateral bend over to your right. Now, if your feet are still together, it's going to be a bigger challenge for you to stay balanced here. So again, if you need to, you can widen those feet or separate them out a little bit. Let's inhale, stretch back up tall, and we'll change the hands. So left hand will grab the right wrist, and then up and over. Inhale, arms go up, spine goes up, and lower those arms all the way down. Good. Let's take your fingertips and pop them onto your shoulders. We'll do some shoulder rolls. Let's lift those elbows up, around, and down. Go twice more just like this, nice and slow. So we're not over efforting, we're not rushing. Notice any imbalances side to side. Notice if you have a tendency to tilt your body maybe one side or the other. Again, no judgment, but just working toward fine balance and center. Let's change the direction of the circles. Coming from the behind, around. Right. Lubricating those shoulders a little bit. Let's catch your hands and interlace the hands, just the normal way. Now, keep your palms together as we do this, and we'll just do some wrist rolls. So palms stay together, just roll your wrists, again, nice and slow, all the way around, a couple times this direction, and now let's change direction. Just roll those wrists. Just lubricating everything. Release the interlacing, stretch the arms up high. Let's open and close the hands a couple of times. Roll the wrists here, both directions. Now come back to interlacing your hands, but this time do it the odd way. So opposite index finger is on top, heel of the hand stay together, and again, a couple of wrist rolls, right? No matter what it is that we've been doing lately, we're probably using the arms, the hands, right? So maybe those wrists are kind of awkward going the opposite way, huh? I don't know about you guys. Just make sure you go a couple of times each direction. Release the arms all the way down. Take hands to the seat of the chair just for a moment, sitting up tall. So if you pull on the seat of the chair, you can feel the spine go up a little bit taller and feel those abdominals engage. Now keep your spine nice and tall. Pick up your right leg. You can hold onto the back of the thigh. And let's do some ankle rolls now. And go both directions. Good. Now, stay holding on to the right knee in some way. You can use one or both arms. And let's do some big hip circles. It's lubricating that big joint, right? Hip circles, and go both ways. Go the other way. Mine's kind of going clunkety clunk. Good. Let's go ahead and set that down. Pick up your left leg. Knee comes in first, up nice and tall, so try not to get too slouchy, and then we'll roll the ankle. So I said one constant in life earlier, right, is change, and change isn't always easy. But you know another constant? Gravity. No matter what, we can't get rid of it. And you'll notice the longer you sit or the longer you do anything, gravity takes over, so it kind of slouches us down. So our work today is really, make sure you point and flex too, is working against gravity to find stability, to find balance. Beautiful. Hand to the knee or both hands to the knee. We'll do the big hip rolls. Way to wake up in the morning, right? And go the other way. Right. And we'll set that right down. Could come back to the right side, and you can either do this, flex the foot and cross ankle over the knee, or if you can go a little bit deeper, take thighs to cross. We'll take a seated Garudasana or eagle pose. So thighs cross, squeeze the thighs together in some way, squeeze the calves together if you're in this kind of a cross. You can even tuck the toes behind if that works for you. So I have my right thigh on top. Right, so now we've crossed the legs, so that offsets our balance in our center. So keep working on that. All right, so right leg is on top, so we'll take the right arm under. So take your arms out wide like a T, cross the right arm under the left, and maybe your hands just come to shoulders. You could also take backs of the hands or palms together. Doesn't matter. Just find something that works for you. I'm going to come back to hands at the shoulders. So squeezing the legs together, squeeze the arms together, and lift the chest up between the shoulders, just like we did for our cow pose. Good. So the elbows are lifting. Now keep squeezing the elbows together, but squeeze the elbows down to your chest. Just getting a nice stretch to the back of your upper back, your shoulders. Good. Let's release everything. Open up nice and wide. Take the hands to the back or the seat of the chair. Walk your feet back in. And before we go to the other side, we'll counter that with a chest opener. So drop your chest forward and open. Beautiful. Release. And we'll pick up left leg now. So again, either cross for a figure four or cross thighs and tuck the foot, squeezing everything in, right? No matter where you are, we're going to squeeze in, find midline. So now left leg is on top, so we'll do left arm under. Cross left under right, either hands to shoulders, backs or palms together. All right, squeeze everything together, sit up nice and tall, lift the chest up between the shoulders even while you lift the elbows and draw the shoulders down. Good. Now keep squeezing the elbows, but now press them into your chest. I always love that because it makes that stretch feel like it's right up the back of the neck to the skull. So let's release everything all the way out and shake it out a little bit. Please bring your feet right underneath your heels. All right, sitting up tall. You can take hands to the seat of the chair. Engage those abdominals. Navel draws back to the spine, up to the ribs. Now we've got the whole body warmed up. We're going to warm up the core and the center a bit. Let's pick up your right foot, flex the foot, and we're going to hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Set it down. Pick up the left one. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set it down, change sides. So it's like this really slow motion march. Set it down. Left leg, pick it up. So as the leg goes up, feel how your spine has to go up. We need to support with the core. And set it down, working on balance even while we're seated in the chair. Pick up the right knee, flex the foot, sit up tall. And set it down, left leg up. Good, that was 3 rounds total. So far, we're doing 5. So right leg, pick it up, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, set it down. Left leg, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, set it down. Last time, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, set it down. It's more challenging than it looks, right? 3, 2, and 1, set it down. Let's release the spine by taking a couple of cat and cows, hands on the knees. Inhale, heart lifts for cow pose, and exhale, round for cat pose. Good, one more. We'll inhale up nice and tall. Hands come to the seat of the chair. All right, you ready for a bigger challenge now? Pick up your right knee. Spine's long. Watch gravity. Gravity is going to have a tendency to take over, so it's going to let you slouch. Work against gravity. Lift the heart, engage the abdominals. Now, can you also lift the left knee? Navasana, boat pose, big challenge here. All right, so remember, you could just be doing one leg, right? You could just have up on your toes. If you want it more challenging than this, what if you release the arms from the chair and hold? We'll hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and set everything down and bring yourself into a forward fold, forward bend. Just release everything down. Good, inhale, bring yourself all the way upright. All right, now feet can either be hips distance apart as we just had them, or for a bigger challenge, walk them all the way together. Let's take your fingertips and place them right behind your ears with your elbows out super wide. Right now, notice in your body if you have a tendency to either lean forward or back. We also want to ensure that we're not leaning side to side, all right? We're going to keep the spine upright, but we'll work the obliques, the sides of the waist a little bit more, right? So arms up, elbows out wide, spine tall. As you exhale, lateral bend to your right, reaching right elbow kind of toward the floor outside the right hip. But stay upright, even though we're taking the lateral bend, if that makes sense. Come back up and now go to the left. So paying attention to whether or not you lean or shift, all right? So back to the right, we're holding for a couple of seconds to remove that rebound effect. Come back up tall and to the left. Up tall. We're doing 5 in total. So that means we have 3 more on each side. To the right. Good, I know you guys are starting to feel this because I am too. And then to the left. And up. Good, twice more. To the right. Up. To the left. Up. Last one to the right. And to the left. All the way up and release the arms down. Let's incorporate the legs a little bit more. Let's take some warrior postures. Please turn around in your chair to your left. So your left thigh is on the chair. And take your right leg and just extend it back behind you. So the left toes and knee are pointing out to the left, and your right leg is extended out to the right in such a way that you can plant the sole of the foot down. Okay, so find something that works for you there. We're going to be really grounded through the legs before we add the arms. So we're doing things kind of offset here. So left foot is pushing down, left leg is active, even the right one's active. Now float your arms up parallel to the floor. So your left fingertips are gazing out to the left and your right is reaching back behind you. Shoulders are down. And notice in your body, again, if you have that tendency to lean or shift. Sometimes here in our warrior pose, because the arm's going forward, we kind of reach forward, doing your best to stay upright. So shoulders stay balanced right over the hips. Beautiful. Let's take one more breath here. Let's add in a little bit of movement, some additional postures. Take your right hand either to the back of the thigh or to the hip. Turn your left palm up toward the ceiling, and then we'll take a lateral bend. Reach up and back. So it's a lateral bend, not a back bend. So you should be feeling some stretch in the left side of your waist. Some of that stuff that we just worked with our oblique crunches. Let's inhale, come back to warrior two, and then side angle pose or Parsva Konasana. Left forearm is going to come down above the knee. Options with this right hand. You can keep hand on the hip, right? You might take the right arm and extend it up to the ceiling or alongside the ear. Breathe. And on inhale, bring yourself all the way up, back to warrior two, and then lower the arms down. Let's turn ourselves back around to the front. And then let's go the other way. So turn to your right. So right thigh is on the chair, right knee and toes are pointing out to the right, and your left leg is going to extend back behind you, planting the foot down as best as works for you. Now get really grounded into the legs, no matter what your configuration, no matter what they look like. Right foot's going to push down, right thigh bone pushes down. And then allow the arms to float up parallel to the floor, and you're going to gaze out past right fingertips. So your right fingertips are reaching out in front of you, your left ones are reaching back, hips are about stacked right over your shoulders. And breathe. Remind yourself of any intention you might have set today. All right, let's take reverse warrior. So left hand to the back of the thigh or the hip, right palm turns up, up and back. Get this nice stretch to the right side body. And inhale back to warrior two. And now we'll take side angle. Forearm comes down on top of the thigh. And remember, all kinds of things that you could do with this left arm. Keep it down, take it up, or reach it along the ear. Let's inhale, bring yourself all the way back up, and then lower the arms down. Bring yourself back around to the front. All right, are we ready to stand up a little bit? We are gonna, I already told you that, we are gonna do some standing today. So come on up to stand, please, and stand right in front of your chair. All right, if you need extra balance support, you could also have a chair in front of you or something to hold fingertips on. But from standing, we'll actually do chair pose, Utkatasana. Start with your feet about hips distance apart, right in front of your chair. All 10 toes facing the same direction. And let's begin with hands on your hips, up nice and tall. And as you exhale, bend the knees and send your hips back. All right, so bend the knees, hips go back. So as the hips go back, the tailbone descends slightly. Keep the chest lifted here. We'll hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press into the feet to bring yourself up. Let's do that again. Bend the knees, hips go back. Keep the chest lifted. Hands can stay right here on the hips. You can bring hands to heart center or reach the arms up to the sky. Remember physics, longer levers, taking your arms up might make this more challenging for you. Push into the feet, bring yourself all the way up. 5 seems to be the magic number today, so we'll do 3 more of those, all right? So sink back into your chair pose. All right, just like you're gonna sit back on that chair, but we're like, nah, we don't really need to sit down right now, do we? Good, 1 more breath. Push into the chair and bring yourself all the way up. or push into the feet, I guess that is, huh? We'll do 2 more. Sink back, lift the heart. Notice here, are you shifting, right? Do you use one leg more than the other? One foot more than the other? Do your best to be right here in the center. Stability. Push into the feet. Bring yourself all the way up. I know your legs are starting to feel it because mine are too. All right, let's do 1 more of those. And sink back. Lift the heart. One more breath. And push into the feet. Bring yourself all the way up. Great job, everyone. Shake those legs out. All right. Let's turn our chairs. So turn yourself in your space so that you are facing the seat of your chair. Now, depending on what kind of surface you have, if necessary, you can take the back of the chair up against a wall so it doesn't slide. We'll be doing some plank postures here. All right, so we'll start by standing in front of the chair. I'm about a foot in front, right? Bend over so that your hands come to the seat of the chair. And ideally, your hands are toward the front edges of the chair. So they're pretty much lined up underneath your chair or over your chair legs. All right, now from here, walk your feet back one at a time, keeping shoulders stacked over your wrists until we are in a plank pose-ish, right? Now, let's go to downward facing dog. So hips go back, spine elongates, arms are extending. All right, are we ready? We're going to shift back to plank pose. So start shifting your body weight forward until shoulders stack over the wrists, kind of flattening out your torso. So we're a nice long line, pushing back through the heels. Breathe here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Heels come to the floor. I encourage you to keep a little bit of a bend in the knees, even as you stretch the upper body over and lengthen. Let's inhale, shift back forward to plank pose. Walking the feet back as necessary, shifting the hips forward, shoulders forward. Good, press back, downward facing dog. Remind yourself of your intention, stay tuned into your balance, to your midline today. All right, back to plank pose. And downward facing dog. We'll do that one more time, guys. Once more. Stretch back. And then plank pose last time. Shift forward, weight is over the wrists, shoulders over the wrists, body long. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Downward facing dog, stretch back. And then walk your feet forward. Look forward, press into the feet, and bring yourself all the way up. Good. You can turn your chair back around. Well, I'll turn my chair back around so I'm facing you again. And do you remember earlier when we were seated in the chair, we did those knee lifts? We're going to try that here, standing up. So if you require more balance support, come to either the side of your chair or behind it, right? I'll step off to the side of mine right now and return to mountain pose. So feet are parallel, heels are right underneath your knees. That's going to give you the most stability. All right, let's press all of your weight into the left foot and lift the right knee. And we'll hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set it down. Pick up the left knee. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set it down. Now, you know the name of the game, the number today is 5. So we'll do that 4 more times on each side. All right? Right knee, pick it up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And set it down. Left side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And down. Right side, pick it up. It's like this really super slow motion march, right? And set it down. Left side. 3, 2, 1. Set it down. Good. Keep going. Right side. And down. Left side. Good. We've got 1 more each side. And set it down. And left side, last time, guys. Up tall. And set it down. Shake everything out. And you can come back down to sitting in your chair. And as you come down to sit, we'll open up those outer hips a little bit that we just worked with our standing postures. So let's pick up your right foot, flex the foot, ankle over the knee, sit up tall, and either stay upright or bring yourself into a forward bend over the legs. Let's take 2 breaths more. Inhale, bring yourself all the way up, uncross, pick up the left leg, flex the foot, ankle over the knee. Oh, feels so great in those outer hips. And inhale, upright, uncross ankle from the knee. Bring the feet all the way together. We'll finish with a twist here. Let's twist first to the right, up tall, long spine. You could even visualize that you're twisting around your central axis, which we are, central axis being your spine. Being mindful to not lean one direction or the other, stay as tall as you can. Shoulders are down, feet are grounded. One more breath here. Beautiful. Untwist everything. I always have to wriggle around a little bit after that. Let's twist the other direction. Inhale, untwist everything. You can separate your feet back out so they're about hips distance apart. Sitting up tall, resting hands on the thighs or in the lap. If it's comfortable, let your eyes softly close. As your eyes close, your attention turns in. So what do you notice? Just tune into any physical sensations, any thoughts, any emotions. And remembering that my intention for our practice today was cultivating stability, centering. When we are centered and stable, we naturally feel more positive. So hopefully we have cultivated a bit of that sense today. Please bring your awareness to your breath. Just watching the breath as it moves in and out. Remembering that breath is our anchor into the present moment. It is in the present that we are most balanced and stable. So remembering to use our tools. And please join the hands in Anjali Mudra, palm against palm. Bowing chin to your chest. Always closing with a bit of gratitude. Gratitude to yourself for taking this time for you today. And I thank you so much for joining me for our chair yoga practice today. Namaste.